Halo, halo. Halo, halo.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Just joining us, we are already on the way. Oh, he's taken it. Now it's close. And the finish!
Blocked.
Nicely aimed pass.
Everything here will gravitate towards Jan Koller. He's not the fastest or the most sophisticated, but he holds up play so strongly.
And if you've got him in the side, you're going to play to him.
Very much so. His height just dictates his game.
That is a great ball. Big chance! He's scored!
Main apa, Bang?
They would have been looking at him
Main
to produce the
eFootball.
goods.
Ini main
And that was
eFootball.
very kind of him to
Main eFootball
oblige so early.
2025, Bang.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Koller. Bergomi gets over and intercepts. And it's Shevchenko. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Mbappe. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done.
Timnya apa?
And the counter is
Ini
on. Look,
squad dream team, Bang. Kita bangun squad.
And that was really sharply done.
Tapi ini aku yang Indonesia. Yang pakai baju merah aku.
Divisi have it back.
Tapi kalau
And can go
pemain-pemainnya
again. Now it's
bangun
Mbappe.
bangun sendiri apa?
Gilberto
Pemainnya
Silva
bebas pilih,
from
Bang. Bukan
Fiorentina.
pakai pemain
That
klub
is
mana
that.
gitu, bukan.
Tunisia are behind here despite their domination of possession.
Bangun
Good
squad
read.
gitu, Bang.
He read that really well and stopped it. Oh, easy pickings there. Cruyff. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Kalau pemainnya kita bangun squad, Bang. Jadi pelatih gitulah
Well, I
kita.
wouldn't quite advise they should
Kalau
resort to risk
timnya
taking
aku
at this
pakai
stage. There's
Indonesia.
plenty of time left yet.
Tim dasarnya buat jersinya gitu Pak,
Here's a
sama
man adored by many,
logonya
even
pakai
deified
Indonesia.
by some.
Tapi kalau pemainnya
Merkobi.
itu kita bangun tim, Bang. Bebas dari tim mana aja bisa.
Kola.
Nggak harus dari satu klub
Looking for the
semua.
run. Well seen. Saw that coming. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. And here's Shevchenko. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Merkobi. Rummenigge. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And another
Betul,
try!
guys. Lawannya salah buang bola.
They have their equaliser. That is going to be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
So if they come for the break with nothing to separate them, the score 1-1. We are already promptly back on the way.
Indonesia clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Mbappe!
Apa coba?
Massive goal!
Sama aja tuh.
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's Cruyff. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No luck with that dink over the top. He is slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Son Heung-min, he is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. He's found a way through. Muscular approach does pay off here.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forward.
And Bebeto! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bebeto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Shot could be on. Now the finish!
Pukulan lah.
And he hits the net! And with that goal comes comfort!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Son Heung-min. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Number 10. Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Coming on the field. Right, great chance! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would
Ya,
have seen it.
pelanggaran.
An impact sub.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Oh, beautifully shaped ball.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Spread neatly. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Milan certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Squeeze it through. Milan can breathe again. Just.
There will be 5
Oh,
minutes.
super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Astaga. Kok nggak jauh?
Araujo. Salah.
Alah.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. Sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. He's got the shot away! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, at least the crowd are
harusnya aku umpan
appreciative of
lagi,
his
guys.
efforts.
Divisi with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Son Heung-min going face-to-face with his great rival, Gilberto Silva. Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He welcomes it in. And he's being shifted off it.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
And the finish!
So
No getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So, a breakthrough already.
Sambil main lagi
That could
guys.
set him on his way. A lot of space there. Big chance! They've got it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Indonesia clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score, which the ball was recovered.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Bellingham. There's the hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That is a little undercooked. Shevchenko. Gently done. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. With Shevchenko. Oh, he's but has a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight...
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. The matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Just miss it. They are up and running. Header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And it's Cruyff. Mabar. Collar. Collar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Here's Mabar. It's really well cleared. Rummenigge. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Shevchenko! This
Cool.
time, surely! He's scored! There is the breakthrough! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
Indonesia have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Rummenigge! It's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
It's Son Heung-min has another go.
Shevchenko guys.
Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And again. They simply do not know what has hit them. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Tunisia find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Cut it out. That's a little... He's tried one! That tested the keeper.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
And we have our very first corner. He's got the shot away!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tunisia has the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mabar. Mateus. And he's managed to get free. And Shevchenko. Great hit!
Astaga.
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
And it's half-time here. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way most of us in the ground had expected in advance. Granted, it is very pleasant if you're on the right side of it all.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Divisi very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Substanku gacor guys. Masih gacor aja nih substanku. Udah lama padahal.
There's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be...
There's the shot! And it's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Tunisia at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents...
Collar, mengerikan collar.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Son Heung-min!
Blitz.
And the ball's come loose, and Shevchenko! Keeper always had the better of that.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong, make them right.
And here's Shevchenko. Plenty chance! Goal! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Haaland! Quick to recover this. Mabar, an instinctive delivery. There's the hit!
Masih ketepus.
Oh, terrific save.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Substitution for
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Bergamy tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Oke, sana.
Son
Coba blitz.
Heung-min. Brilliantly cut out.
Mau aku tipukan guys, malah ke umpan.
They want to make the most of this turnover. Oh, good read. That was well played. Well struck. Mateus. It's Beckham. Bellingham. And he's let fly! Oh, impressive strike.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Son Heung-min. Played back in. Now it's Cruyff. He has found the... And the shot! And yes, it's there! How many? Just how many? The boat in class is vast.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the runners.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
How many? Just how many?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that is that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters...
Wah, ngeri guys squadnya. Double poster.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand match of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. The action has already started. stayed optimistic.
Lah kok ke situ jadinya?
Taken back almost at once. Oh, good ball! Messi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Araujo gets good distance on it.
I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man, of course, who's been idolised by so many, but bettered by almost no man.
Yeah, maybe other players can do it on their day, Peter, but with this fella, he could do it repeatedly. He did it over and over again. It's because he had a wonderful understanding of the game.
He's got the shot away! The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Nice physical challenge. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Platini succumbs to the pressure. Still goalless at the moment. Well, they could break here. Rummenigge.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
In with the challenge. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shevchenko.
Cool.
He's delivered all right. There is the breakthrough. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Squeeze it through.
Lah,
And it's Roberto Carlos.
Yes!
They've scored! A game of kills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Spezia clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score, once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they've never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Cruyff. Well seen. There's the end of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. No reported change to either side during the break. Bergamy. And here's Shevchenko. And Shevchenko!
tentunya lawannya nggak pakai match up
Well, it's
ini ya.
hardly a great surprise to see
Cuman
him doing
kadang
something
kebentur-bentur
thrilling,
sama
and it should
badannya.
send a strength and courage
Ngabrakin
to
pemainnya
every
pas
one of his
kalau
teammates
kadang.
from here. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Indonesia get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Gilberto Silva simply refused to be outdone there.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And he was quick to react. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spezia upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get.
It's all! And that has fair fizzed.
Eto just couldn't steer it on target. Everything else was up there.
Substitution on the field. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field, number 7.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bergomi. And it's Albertini.
Maldini,
There's a definite fell there. That's quick free kick. He is just caressing the ball. Salah. And here's Eto.
Aduh.
Good read, needed to be. He is slightly undercooked, that one.
quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Eto. Mohamed
Ah,
Salah.
optie.
Mohamed Salah finds himself offside.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Costa Corta. Thuram cuts it out. It's a good ball out wide. Araujo cuts out the pass. That's been cut out, well played. Bergomi gets over and intercepts. Roberto Carlos. Bergomi gets across to intercept that. Nedved. Oh, good looking ball.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And here's Nedved.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the referee brings it to a
Untuk
close.
guys.
Divisi can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Just joining us, we are already underway. He's intervened well there. Cuts out the supply. Shevchenko.
Well, Peter, you'd have to go a long way to find a defender who works harder than Araujo. So fast and physical.
We saw that, of course, especially in 2022 in Spanish football's biggest game.
When he scored one of his team's 4 goals. In the end, though, the men from Madrid went on to win the season by a pretty big points margin.
13.
Yeah, and Araujo, at least he gave them a bloody nose along the way.
Mateus. And here's Shevchenko. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
It's Cruyff. Bastoni clears. And it's Cruyff. And he's there to belt it away. He's there to retrieve it. It's really well cleared. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rummenigge, can he spark a counter here? Danger averted for now. Half an hour played now. Son Heung-min picked up. Can he finish? Who's going to be first to this? That was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Cruyff. And the pass just keeps it ticking over. Divisi have got it back, and they'll have another go. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that is as far as they're going to go. Sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Araujo, very much a man of this moment. Stood up well to it there. And it's half-time here. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goals.
Please grab the tickets.
So first half thoughts?
Not spectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
Coming on the field.
Divisi head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And now it's a race for the ball. It's a good run that, great timing. He's gone for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
The pass is intercepted.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nice interception, well timed. Liverpool just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, that's ambitious.
Berturun full terus guys
Oh, and they
lawannya nggak mau
really
naik
should have been made to pay.
full
That's
bertahan.
alert and sharp and very well played.
This interception, his positioning was spot on. Pinches it off him. Havertz. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And here's Son Heung-min. Steps in, and that's the end of that. Costa Curta. Cruyff. Rummenigge. That tackle was certainly sturdy.
Keras sekali sih
That's a
yang
foul
tadi.
in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Taking place.
And so we have the first set piece of the game. Oh, Martini! Oh, lost on that one, but he couldn't find the target. And he's managed to get rid. Rummenigge. He thumps it clear. He's only too happy to take that back.
Duh,
Could be danger here.
pelanggaran.
That's surely a foul, free kick.
Ngapain Maldini lari?
And it's Eto.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Rummenigge! No mistake! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the shot!
Astagfirullah kok iso malah kena dulu biru loh.
And we're all square again! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Del Piero really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
It's a lovely deep pass. It's one! The last act of the game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. So it does end all square. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it is the
welcome
week's
to today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes out. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Firmine. Here it comes. Oh, smashing header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Costa Curta. Firmine! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! No, he didn't quite beat it right. This is their second corner of the game. Conceição plays it short. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither side yet able to find the net. And it's Son Heung-min. Divisi finding their passes. Costa Curta. Alessandro Costa Curta. He doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power, and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time.
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game, and all done with immaculate discipline.
Rummenigge purring through the gears. Francisco Conceição.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Rummenigge. He welcomes it in. Oh, it's Son Heung-min. Can he finish?
Allah diyorum guys. It's
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in the
Mbappe! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Quality ball. Kvaratskhelia,
such good technique.
and he's managed to get free. Oh, such a clever touch. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Mateus defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. The first 45 minutes are up. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying,
And
so
now,
nothing to
I'd
show
just like
as
to
yet.
read out our
At the
fan
break,
club members who
it's
are
0-0.
celebrating their birthdays today.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Hadrian. Coming on the field.
So off we
is
go once more.
Number 42.
So neither side has yet broken through. That is a little undercooked. Mateus, Son Heung-min, shapes to shoot!
Son Heung-min really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts.
Astagfirullah, kok ke
If only
atas malah
the
terobos
pass could
sana.
have completed its journey.
Francisco Conceição. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Just about up to the hour now.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Ganti dulu lah guys.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Mbappe.
Gilberto Silva.
Number 13, Rodrigo. Number 15.
And it's Van Basten. He's had it taken off him. The pass is intercepted. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And here's Van Basten.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Nicely weighted ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Oh, great feet, that.
Maldini is there and he can get that clear. Van Basten. Messi.
Lah,
It's a shade optimistic. Costa Curta. Musiala. Kvaratskhelia. 75 minutes played. Now it's Eto'o. Musiala steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Van Basten. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Gilberto Silva. And it's Messi.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Kvaratskhelia. Musiala. And the shot! Squeeze it through. Bastoni. And here's Ferran Torres.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Belling. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Great ball and he's in here. It's Eto'o!
Allah, ya ampun, ya ampun.
And that is as far as it
Betul,
goes.
ya.
Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evident in the crowd, hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. We have already started here.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Messi. David Villa. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of
Saya
situation
ngomong
he
nggak
thrives in.
live Mas Zaidan, Bang Rana. Halo Bang Rana, iya nih Bang Rana, lama nggak live aku.
Can he get it through? And here's Vinicius Junior. Gently done.
This is the time you need that pace. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's intervened well there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff. Rummenigge.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Now the finish! It's and another try! He
Iya nih
scored!
Bang Rana nggak live aku nih.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Shevchenko. Messi. He's had it nicked away. Cruyff. Well, played right into his path. He's had it taken off him. Mateus looking to add to his goal. Nicely intercepted.
Indonesia can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gilberto Silva. Rummenigge. Rummenigge.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now Gilberto Silva. And here's Son Heung-min. And the shot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Bantuin ya nih namanya.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Apa enggak sih kok masih ada suaranya? Lama tes lama.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Action has already started. Let's make sure that's not getting through.
Ya, nggak diserobot ke bola.
Mateus. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Torres. Fuzzy. Alessandro Costa Curta. Doesn't have what you'd call a class of centre-backs, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power, and physical stuff. He never has the medicine.
It's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's now a perfect reading of the game, and all done with immaculate discipline.
Son Heung-min. Rummenigge. And it's being shifted off it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Son Heung-min. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is a great goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get kicked out.
That is good alertness. That's really well manoeuvred. Barcelona applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does the
Mateus! Fernando Torres. Taken back almost at once. Either side giving way, it has been tight. Fernando Torres is offering some sort of an apology there.
that just required
Tries a shot!
Blazing guys.
Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
Offset.
Tunisia have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition, now forced to come out.
It's half time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0. Strong opinions on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Tunisia having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half time, 1-0.
Substitution.
So off we go once more.
carrying a one-goal lead.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Brilliantly cut out.
Dia nge-lag dia tuh untung. Nggak tahu
The
nge-lag apa
defence
nggak
proved
kepencet tuh.
infallible then, and that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Shevchenko.
Rummenigge. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
He's one-on-one.
Stunning
And
shoot.
Shevchenko! Now, who's going to be first to this? Barrios.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Nice ball, and he's in. Son Heung-min! And he cuts up trumps again.
Mbappe. Mbappe.
Is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. No joy this time. It's really well cleared. Now it's Son Heung-min. Played right into his path. Mateus. Shevchenko. He's had it!
Alamak.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Oh, good read. That was well played. Well stopped.
And here's Shevchenko. He's shifting through the gears here. Ah, such a clever touch. Rafael Leao. Driving forward.
Mateus. And it's Shevchenko. They've got to make this nice and quick. Mateus. Great shot!
Astaga, nggak pas ke kiper.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure. Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Indonesia with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And the shot! They are rampant! And with that, he takes home the match ball with a predatory goal.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a...
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, it's one!
Buset Messi.
And it's in!
Anjir.
And that really is so impressive. I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Decent
Whoosh.
hit!
Stop from the keeper. Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Mbappe.
Time added on 4 minutes. Just the keeper's a bit... Oh, shooting chance! And the volley. That's that at the end. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory
Oke
never
guys,
in doubt
sudah
in
dulu
the
guys
minds of
buat
the
live
mastermind
malam
in
hari
all
ini ya.
this.
Terima
A
kasih
solid
semuanya
win,
yang udah nonton.
which will be welcomed all
Sudah
round. Rummenigge
like,
happy to
komen, dan
bask in the
subscribe.
accolades from all
Ketemu
around.
lagi di live
The stage
selanjutnya.
most
Wassalamualaikum
certainly is.
warahmatullahi
And final
wabarakatuh.
thoughts, Jim?
Indonesia